Tell us a little bit about what you saw and being able to relay that message to Cora when you watched Kimbrel pitch and kind of help out so he wasn't tipping his pitches.
So tipping pitches, we hear about it all the time.
People at home understand what tipping pitches is all about.
It's amazing.
And that's remarkable.
Alex, do you know what a twin flame is? Linguistics hour has arrived earlier than you're accustomed to.
Yeah, it has. It has. We're speedrunning the English language this week.
Speedrunning the English language.
We're trying to say all the words. We're recording a lot today, right now.
Let's name some words. We.
Is that what you said? Stupid.
The.
Couch.
People.
Again.
In.
So.
Order.
Here.
To.
Pool.
Form.
Kids.
A. You were just reading words off my shirt. Meanwhile, I'm over here
the Constitution.
The intro to the Constitution.
Yeah.
The preamble.
Mm-hmm.
The intro.
The intro. The cold open.
It low-key is the cold open of the Constitution.
They were sort of like, we got to riff a little bit, set the scene.
Yeah, they were like, they sent out like an MC, before you bring on the stand-up comedian, you got to do the guy, you have to bring on the guy who does 2 minutes of bad stand-up comedy.
You got to warm the crowd
to make the rest seem a little better.
A twin flame. These are two things, artifacts, people, organizations, maybe with a shared nature in some regard, right? I don't know. I can't say where it comes from necessarily.
The definition is, according to Gemini AI Overview, which cites multiple Instagram posts.
Good. Mm-hmm.
But I thought it's a pretty good definition here. The internet is so cooked, bro. The internet's so cooked. We got to bring back real websites. Someone should do something about that. A twin flame is an intense spiritual connection where two people are believed to be the two halves of a single soul, acting as a powerful mirror for personal growth, emotional challenges, and deep self-discovery. An incredible Taylor Swift lyric references twin flame.
That's right.
From the 10-minute version, a song that shouldn't exist. However, that's a good lyric.
Not touching it.
Don't touch the flame. Don't touch the flame. Why am I asking you about this?
I don't know. Something tells me that maybe we have there's a bit of a concept.
Oh, a concept.
We got a bit of a concept episode coming your way.
Concept episode on hand is that's an exciting proposition.
It always is. I love a concept.
It's because you're traveling, you're gallivanting around the United States of America and unable to record.
I am.
And so we're banking this episode a little bit in advance. Thanks to everybody for their great support of Sipping Pitches last week. Thanks for being patient as you wait 2 weeks for us to react here on the public feed about the trade deadline. We don't know what happened other than Tarek Skubal got traded, and we put out 20 minutes of a mini episode about that over on Patreon. No, but here we are gathered to do what I am calling the MLB Twin Flame franchises. We are going to take all 30 MLB franchises and we are going to pair them with a franchise that is most spiritually connected, the other half of their single soul, a powerful mirror for their team growth and emotional challenges, and a window into these franchises to discover deeply about each other. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
I don't know why. I actually do know why, and I'm going to tell you guys right after we do the intro to the podcast. I am Bobby Wagner.
I am Alex Baisley.
You are listening to Tipping Pitches. Thank you to this week's new patrons. I hope it's a lot of you. I hope a lot of you signed up for Sipping Pitches last week, but I don't know who you are yet because we were recording this before the week has even happened. Those people who signed up, you know why they did that? Because they want to get the damn zine. They want to get the zine. The zine. The zine.
The what?
The companion zine for Sipping Pitches 2.0, which if you have signed up by now, This is the last day that you have, August 10th. You can sign up and you can have the zine mailed to you. Mailed to you, sent in the mail. Most of what I receive in the mail is reminders that I didn't pay my parking ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Offers for new credit cards.
Yep.
That I always say yes to. Of course, I have 100 credit cards.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, all the fan mail you get, right?
Yes. Fan mail from the MLB Fans Union, who I've recently also become co-president of with you.
Yeah. I know you've been writing letters to Rob's family to try and figure out if he was at Woodstock 99.
What's up with his family? I don't know anything about it. Does he have kids? I don't even know that. I think he does.
I believe he does.
I think I've heard him talk about his grandkids before.
Yeah.
But I don't know anything about it.
It does suggest he has kids of his own.
Allegedly.
Supposedly.
Anyway.
I guess he doesn't have to.
If you sign up for the Patreon, if you've signed up by now, or if you sign up by the end of today, I will mail this zine to you. I will physically write your address on an envelope, and I will close that envelope, and I will put a stamp on it, and then the fine folks at the United States Postal Service will make sure that it finds its way to you. And that's a beautiful thing.
It's such a beautiful thing.
The zine is fucking awesome. You want it. Yeah. I know you do. Yeah. You know, you listen to this, you want the damn zine. So sign up for the Patreon. This is your last chance. Twin Flames. A couple weeks ago on the podcast, we talked about how the A's and Mets used to be spiritually connected as organizations. A lot of A's players would come to the Mets and vice versa. They were the lesser lauded franchises in their markets.
Mm-hmm.
They had kind of rough edges to them as organizations. Weird things would go on, strange histories. They played each other in the 1970s in the World Series.
Yeah, kind of scrappy upstarts.
Incredible that they didn't actually award a winner of that World Series. They just stopped it halfway through. They were like, crazy. You guys are both playing so well.
Right.
Let's just run it back next year. I felt that way for a really long time, but I do feel like things have changed.
Yeah.
I no longer feel like the A's are the Mets twin flame.
Mm-mm.
Instead, as we discussed on that episode, I feel as though the Mets have become the Angels twin flame. This does not bode well for me and other Mets fans.
It does not.
But I have to call them like I see them. The Mets and the Angels feel very spiritually connected. They have owners who allegedly do crimes. They are the lesser lauded teams in their markets. They have had brief flirtations with brilliance. The Angels were founded in 1961. The Mets were founded in 1962. The Angels have won one World Series while the Mets have won two. But they've had long stretches of incompetence in between those windows of success.
Yeah. Sort of a throw money at the problem to mask the structural organizational rot.
One team throws more money than the other team. However, that is kind of the methodology. And the final thing to me that really solidified the spiritual connection between the Mets and the Angels, one man named Billy Epler. He just looked perfect running both teams. I don't know what to tell you.
He really did, yeah.
That really revealed it for me. Finally brought it home that the Mets and the Angels are twin flames. And I thought, does this exist for other organizations? Are there spiritual connections between other organizations? And as I sat down to think about this question, I thought, I think so.
Yeah.
I think there are.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly all 30. I've written down 10. Well, all 15, I should say. All 15 pairings. I've written down 10. And today's episode is going to be about going through them and talking them out with you. Before we do that, would you like to set any parameters, any ground rules? Does anything spring to mind when I bring up this concept?
Honestly, this feels like a formalization of kind of how we have often talked about teams throughout the years anyway. I sort of feel like we have acknowledged the existence of the twin flames kind of almost by accident, right? Almost instinctively. I do feel like,
especially around the personality quiz episode.
But we talk around this idea a lot that I think oftentimes comes back to like the different playbooks that owners run in the various markets that they are in. And, it's nice to think that there's 30 teams who are each running the franchise their own way, but there are a lot of patterns. I would say. Many of that we might be covering in the audit on Patreon. But there's also, I think, more kind of metaphysical, like feelings, vibes around the team. That's a little harder to quantify. And so that's what we're going to spend today doing is quantifying that.
part of it, sometimes it's a little bit squishy. Like you could close your eyes and you could just swap everybody in each organization and it would feel right still.
Mhm.
Nothing would feel, again, metaphysically out of place if you just switched the whole thing.
Yeah.
Just switch the whole vibe. You're just like, let's just switch markets.
Yeah.
How do you want to structure it? Do you want to go by the ones that I've written down?
Should we go alphabetically?
Yes. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Let's do alphabetically. And then if we come to a team that I've already written down a potential pairing for, then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And you can tell me whether or not you would concur. And then hopefully as we get towards the end of this, we're able to fill in those last 5 teams, those last 5 pairings that I wasn't able to solidify on my own, that I needed my twin flame to help me with. The first one is the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Okay.
I love when I Google like MLB teams, you know? Like I know the teams, but sometimes it's nice to just see them.
We just make sure I haven't forgotten any.
Well, it's less about that, but more about just like, I'm thinking about a lot of other stuff. I want to just be able to look down and see that beautiful Oriole smiling back at me, you know, that beautiful Diamondbacks snake logo. The Diamondbacks, you might have heard of them. They play in Arizona. They won the most important World Series of the 21st century. They have a really cool owner who has great politics that Alex supports.
Correct.
The Arizona Diamondbacks, I have paired them with the Chicago White Sox.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
I feel not that confident about this one.
Yeah.
Which is kind of funny that we're starting off with this because there are others that I feel really confident about, I swear. Both don't seem to know that they're supposed to get good players. Although the White Sox have maybe turned the tide a smidge. They both had a glorious moment in the 2000s. The Diamondbacks, of course, winning the World Series over the New York Yankees and probably the most exciting World Series outcome. One of the most in baseball history. They both have tremendously awful owners. Awful owners who just seem really inconvenienced by the fact that they have to own an MLB team. And there's something that feels a little bit like not on the cutting edge about both of these franchises.
Yeah.
You know, the White Sox, both in terms of how they think of player development, but also their stadium and their facilities, like they don't spend on the right things. The Diamondbacks play in this maybe one of the most dilapidated ballparks that we still have. I don't know. Physically speaking, like the vibes of them don't perfectly align.
Yeah.
But I think if you look under the hood, I think you'd see a similar engine to these cars.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is interesting because I think that the White Sox, there are a couple different directions you could go with them in terms of like how they relate to other teams. There are a couple others that sort of come to mind for me.
Okay.
But the Diamondbacks are hard because honestly, it feels there's like there is not a total organizational wide commitment to like one philosophy. Right.
Yes.
It feels like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They obviously were in the World Series not too long ago. And, sure, whatever. And
who did they eliminate in the playoffs to get there?
I don't know.
The Los Angeles Dodgers. Break up the Diamondbacks, dude.
Literally.
It's an unfair advantage that they have.
It's not fair.
Oh, they get to play inside. They have a pool.
Literally.
Everybody likes to hang out there. And everybody wants to sign there because of it.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. This has to stop. The Diamondbacks just keep taking all the good players.
Ken Kendrick. Not so averse to like spending money or like.
It seems like every time they
guys.
spend some money though, he doesn't know about it.
It's quite possible.
That's another reason I was like sort of maybe the White Sox is because Jerry seems to not really know about anything going on with the White Sox organization.
Right. He's like, we signed
possibly because he's
Andrew Bennon who?
Possibly because he's 94.
Right.
He was around before World War II started.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Yeah, I don't feel great about this one. So maybe we hold off on the Diamondbacks and see who's left over after we've paired some others off.
Yeah.
Other teams that I considered to be twin flames for the Diamondbacks, the Orioles, the Reds, the Royals. Oh, that elicited a reaction. Got a little something out of you. Brief moments of glory. Outdated stadiums. Something to think think about. And I guess the Pirates. The Pirates were a really hard one for me to pick.
Yeah, Pirates are hard.
They are. maybe they're not meant to find love.
You know, I actually haven't thought about the Pirates.
Okay, all right.
But we'll get to it.
Let's save it. Okay, A's. I think their twin flame is the Rays these days.
Correct.
A's
I think
and
that
Rays.
actually is the only logical answer.
Here's my evidence. Multiple wild card matchups between them, so they just keep gravitating back towards each other.
Yeah.
The Rays, well, their names rhyme, of course. The A's and the Rays.
If only there was a Pittsburgh Schmeimenbachs, you know?
We should name. We should take teams' names away when they're really bad for a really long time. It's like you're no longer the Pirates. You are just the Pittsburgh Peas.
So
You get to earn your name back when you play well.
so then for a team like, say, Athletics,
Oh,
you're just the team.
yes, you're the team. It's like Robbie Robertson, the band. The most favorable comparison that the A's have gotten in years.
A's and Rays. What else you have?
Yeah, their names rhyme. I think seriously, I think the biggest concept that twins these teams now is that the Rays feel like they took what the A's put out into the world and perfected it.
Mhm.
So the Rays were like, "Thank you for giving me a path in life, and I'm going to exceed from this." They found deeper meaning from what the A's brought to the world with Moneyball, and for that reason, I think that they are twin flames. And that's not even including all of the ways that the teams do or don't spend money
Right.
on
Yeah.
various things, and the way that they do or don't threaten their markets to leave in order to get free handouts.
But yes, I the way that I think they have tried to leverage their role as a multi-billion-dollar entertainment business in an attempt to extract subsidies from the locale in which they play. There's a definite connection there. And yeah, just generally speaking, I mean, you know, they have employed a very similar sort of algorithmic, like, meat grinder of a process. two very
That's what you want to hear when you're a baseball fan. You're like, put me in the algorithmic meat grinder.
Exactly. I'm rooting for the meat grinder.
Put me in the algorithmic meat grinder. It's
Honestly,
really funny.
at this point.
Dude, it do be feeling like I'm in the algorithmic meat grinder all
Every
the
day I
time.
wake up and I'm like,
Another day clocking in at the algorithmic meat grinder.
maybe I'll be a slice of bologna today, you know? Nope. Into the meat grinder we go. Yes, they've employed a very similar strategy. Two varying levels of effects, right? And success. But I think that doesn't take away from the fact that they approach and think about, like, roster construction and organizational building in a very similar mindset. They have both had grievances levied against them.
Correct. And I actually think that one thing I left out about how the teams operate financially is that they both run their teams like small market teams, but play in top 5 media markets.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep.
That's a weird part about both of these teams also.
Yeah.
Like Tampa, I think is 7th or something, 6th or 7th. And the A's, I think, are third or 4th.
Mhm.
But they're like, we have no money. There's no money here.
Yeah.
What's that? What's up with that? Someone should look into that.
Yeah. Go find it.
All right. Okay. We're in
All right.
agreement about this.
A's and Rays.
Atlanta Braves. I have paired them with the Texas Rangers.
Cool.
My evidence for this is that both are pure evil. These are two franchises that are total charisma vacuums. There's just nothing charming about either of these franchises whatsoever. They both feel a little bit like McMansion franchises,
Yes. Oh, speak on it.
where like there's something hollow about how they've extracted their existence from their place in the world.
Yep.
The Texas Rangers Stadium feels like it should be on Mars. The Braves took their team out of Atlanta, moved into the suburbs, and then created their own ethno-state. Is that too strong?
No, I don't think so.
You know, they're McMansion-esque.
Yeah.
Their color schemes like leave a lot to be desired. They just feel a little bit like replacement level when it comes to what the team is offering. The teams on the field are fine and good and like varying degrees of good. They spend about the same amount of money as organizations. Braves and Rangers.
I jotted down some ideas as I was on my way over for this episode. This is where I
On the
landed.
bus?
This is on
On
the
the
bus.
autobus?
On the bus. You know that
On
B40.
Zora and
That
Mamdani's?
B44. Yeah.
Are you giving away both of our real-time assassination coordinates
It
right
could
now?
be anywhere
We
along
live
the B44 line.
somewhere. We both live somewhere,
Somewhere.
along the B44. Select, though, right?
No, it was not Select.
You didn't get on the Select
I didn't get
today?
on the Select,
Dude, the
no.
Select is fire.
I mean, I love the Select, but I don't mind a regular, a local
The local hurts me sometimes, though. They lie to me sometimes
about.
where they are and where they're going to be
Oh yeah.
at a certain time. Was it free? Did you just get on and say, hey, Zora and Mamdani made this free. I'm not paying.
No, it wasn't even fast. So I got a bone to pick. The Braves and the Rangers. Yes, this is where I landed as well. These are teams as lost leaders for real estate developments. like legitimately, right? The Rangers have, the Rangers have built their little entertainment district around their ballpark, which is also situated next to the perfectly functional ballpark that they had.
Did they even knock that ballpark down? They did, right?
That's a good question.
Just leave it up.
It's like,
Yes,
yeah, whatever.
we'll
You guys
practice over there.
figure it out.
Yeah, rebuilding the ballpark 3 times since the 90s is something that both of these teams have done too.
Crazy.
These teams were made for each other, bro.
They really are. Yes, they built the little entertainment villages.
Yeah. Okay. Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
I did not choose a team for the Baltimore Orioles.
Okay.
Now, my gut told me that I should choose the Nats.
Mm.
But I think that I was sort of mixing up my metaphors here because the Nats and the Orioles feel more like star-crossed lovers.
Yeah,
Not like twin flames.
I agree.
Like they feel bad for each other, and as soon as they get close to each other, bad things happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore I think that the Orioles are not the Nats twin flame.
Yeah, more ships in the night than anything else.
How many metaphors can we think of? Ships. You come to a road before you see the Baltimore Orioles on one side and the Washington Nationals on the other. Which way do you choose? Modern man. So okay, so who's the Orioles twin flame then?
This is a tough one. In part because I think the Orioles to some degree are, at least as of late, a little bit devoid of like a direction.
Yeah,
like you might say there's no direction known.
Yeah.
Right. I think there's a case to be made.
Would you say their direction is a complete unknown?
I might.
And how would Bob Dylan say that? You want to give that a shot?
I'd rather not.
I have a harmonica here for you.
No, I want to talk about how the Orioles are the Pirates twin flame.
Okay, all right, make the case because I did tentatively put the Pirates with a different team.
Okay, all right.
But I want to hear your case first because
Well,
I might be swayed.
The case is mostly that they are just
Bad beat for the Orioles fans.
well. The case is mostly that they're just like nostalgia factories.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
You built a beautiful downtown ballpark
With secondary colors prominently featured.
with secondary colors prominently featured and a team that is not very good.
Yeah.
I
like this.
Developmentally struggle to bring players to the next. I mean, the Pirates have had some success in recent years, right? They've had a pitcher or two come through there that is decent enough.
But I think, okay, when I'm thinking about twin flames, I'm thinking about like the last 20 or 30 years, which is why I'll just spoil it, I guess. I put the Pirates with the Marlins.
Okay. All right.
Because,
Yeah,
these are small, quote unquote, small market teams, or these are low revenue ball clubs, we should call them, since we're not allowed to say small market anymore.
Well, I think we can, right?
Yeah, because we've already fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But these are low revenue ball clubs. And one thing that pairs these two teams together, the Pirates and the Marlins, is that they actually do develop good players.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have had a track record of developing good players, but they're always like 3 years apart, and they've always already traded the last good player that they developed.
Yeah.
So the Marlins famously win the World Series in 97, sell the whole team later. They win the World Series in 2003, they sell the whole team again. They develop an all-star outfield around the early 2010s, and they trade all of them away.
Mm-hmm.
They've developed multiple good pitchers, and they've traded a few of them away too.
Yeah.
The Pirates, there was always this graphic that was going around of like if the Pirates never traded any of their all-stars away, which obviously is like a fallacy, logical fallacy,
Right, yeah.
then they would be just like stacked. They would be stacked with stars, And these names are going to seem silly to say because like yeah, they didn't really amount to that much, but like if you had all of these people on one team, then yeah, sure. It's like McCutcheon and Jason Bay and Nate McLouth and like
wow,
the big drop off,
downhill really quickly.
big drop off. But there's more. There's more Pirates players.
I mean, they've had some incredible pitching come through them over the years, right? Guys like
Garrett Cole, Paul Skeens.
Oh, Garrett Cole, heard of him?
Yeah, you forgot about him.
Yeah, Tyone came through the Pirates system. Chris Archer, no. He went.
I think
he went to the Pirates from the Rays. All right.
But Starling Marte came up with the Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Kendall was with the Pirates.
Yeah.
Brian Giles,
spanning a few different eras here.
But that's what I mean, though. Like they have had stars
at each point throughout their history, at least the recent history. They have had a couple guys who you can point to and say you could build around that.
Correct, but they've never been able to develop the rest of the organization enough that keeping those players would have been worthwhile, and that feels very Marlins.
Yes, yeah.
I don't know if that feels like the Orioles.
Mm-hmm. I hear that.
But metaphysically, I do agree that the Orioles and the Pirates are closer than the Marlins and the Pirates.
Yes, but
Oliver Perez, dude, Mets legend Oliver Perez.
That's right.
You like that Nate McLouth shout out though?
I really did. Yeah.
That felt good to hear.
Nate McLouth, Baltimore Oriole.
Aramis Ramirez started with the Pirates. I don't know exactly what to do. I don't know exactly what to do with the Orioles.
Pedro Alvarez, Francisco Cervelli.
He was all right. Italian American legend.
That's right. I think I agree with you on this one. That doesn't answer the Baltimore Orioles, but maybe we leave that one blank. We pencil in Pirates Marlins.
Okay.
For later on, and we circle back at the end.
All right, great. I'm really excited that these next two teams are alphabetically in this order because I've paired them together, and that is the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago Cubs.
Yeah.
Here's my evidence for why these two teams are twin flames. Theo Epstein, Curse Breakers.
Yeah.
They're both original franchises in Major League Baseball, both over 100 years old. They're both holding on to their old ballparks and printing nostalgia, printing money via nostalgia.
Yep.
And they
good nostalgia too, right? Good ballparks with good nostalgia.
Correct. And I do think that these are two of the greatest examples of the 21st century corporatization of Major League Baseball, where they've taken what was good and authentic from the 20th century, and they figured out how to keep the vibe, keep the feeling of that thing, while turning it into like raw, unadulterated commercialism. When you're actually there experiencing it. Wrigleyville and the area surrounding Fenway.
Yeah.
Both feel like they figured this out. While not skinning the golden calf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they didn't do it so much that people have stopped coming.
Right.
And both of these teams feel like unbelievably timeless too.
Yes. I mean, as you said up top, like two of the oldest franchises in the sport. They have so much history to draw on, history in that exact location, right? Like they can say these are the grounds that fucking Yastrzemski walked or
Kurt Schilling
or Kurt Schilling. Yes, I agree with you, right? These
Red Sox ranked Yastrzemski,
Schilling. Bronson Arroyo.
Right, nice one.
Yeah,
nice one. Euclid. And by the way, I'm ranking them based on their politics, of course. I don't know what you were ranking them
on. Yeah, and they are an anchor for larger other investments. To some degree, that is just the
soybeans,
immediate soybeans. And to some degree, that's the immediate surrounding area and the sports book that you've built there. And again, these are, they're a little bit of loss leaders, except they're both extremely like profitable teams.
You love the phrase loss leaders.
I love a loss leader.
Someone got really fired up about our most recent Patreon episode. and you using the phrase generally accepted accounting principles. They said in the comments, and this was a real comment, they were like, you guys have a really good understanding of EBITDA for people who aren't economists or accountants.
It makes me feel really good because I say it and I'm like, no clue if this sounds right or not.
I felt the same way. I felt good when I first read that, and then I thought about it a little longer, and I was like, do I want to be at the point in my life where I have a really great grasp on accounting principles, but I'm not an accountant?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Great pod we're doing here.
Really incredible stuff. Incredible that our lives have ended up here. And for the Red Sox, obviously, they have been the anchor for broader global investments in other sports. John Henry just expanding his purview, his reach into like international soccer and stuff like that.
Yeah. Somebody messaged us, I think email or Patreon Messenger or something like that recently, and they were like, I heard it's like this, you played a song when you were talking about the Red Sox, and it was like something about John Henry, and they were like, is that song available online anywhere? And I was like, oh my gosh, you're new, amazing, this is amazing, we do still find new listeners. And I explained to them that this is a listener created song that we play anytime we talk about John Henry, and then I also filled them in that there's a Castellini one as well, which we'll be playing soon,
right.
I'm sure.
We'll get to it. Yeah.
John Henry grew up in the soy fields, trading futures, trading stocks, to one day he achieved his boyhood dream, one day owning the Red Sox. He's the smartest guy in the room, with a pocket full of legumes.
So you feel good about the Cubs and Red Sox?
I do. And also like put together good baseball teams with bona fide stars to win the World Series. And then shortly thereafter, like either actively blew it up or just let the team dissipate without trying to keep it together.
Is Jed Hoyer still running the Cubs?
I think he is.
Good for him.
Exactly.
Hanging on. All right, the next team's the White Sox. We already did them. Or we maybe already did them. We sketched them in for White Sox and Diamondbacks, but we're not positive yet. That brings us to the Cincinnati Reds. I have no idea. I don't know what to make of the Reds.
He's got carrots and lettuce and mushrooms, porcini, the vegetable king, Bob Castellini.
Are the Reds maybe the pairing for the Diamondbacks? You just like kind of don't really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They are kind of sometimes spending money and then most of the time not. You know, Joey Votto is their Paul Goldschmidt.
Yeah. Interesting. The only thing holding me back is I don't feel like the Diamondbacks are as actively hostile to their fan base.
Is anyone as actively hostile as the Castellinis are to the Reds?
I guess not. No, that's what makes
literally going on television and being like, you guys are screwed if you're a fan of this team.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think the Diamondbacks are like warm to their fan base necessarily.
No. And I mean,
we're going through a stretch here where I wasn't sure for a lot of the teams.
Yeah, well, and for the Diamondbacks, like Kendrick honestly is as hostile, I think, to his own organization and like the players within it as he is like the fans.
Remember the Corbin Burns situation?
Yeah, absolutely. Who was it? Jordan Montgomery?
Yes.
Who like signed really late.
And then they were like, why did we sign him?
Yeah. And we were like, that was a blunder on our part. And Jordan Montgomery was like, I'm in the middle of the season right now.
Yeah, that was
incredible
crazy
stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I maybe there's a case for the Royals as well.
I just don't think that the Reds have had enough of a baseball identity to be the Royals.
I think you're right. Honestly, I'm being sold on the Diamondbacks.
But then again, like the Reds have not been anywhere near contention. The Diamondbacks have been to 2 World Series and won one.
Yeah.
So maybe the Royals should go with the Diamondbacks. I don't know. I feel really confused about a lot of these teams.
I know.
I feel really confused about.
We need our murder board up here.
Yeah, I feel really confused about the teams in Middle America.
Perpetually.
Just kidding. The next team is the Cleveland Guardians, and I feel very confident to pair them with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The evidence for this is that they both garner their identity from balling on a budget. these are the smart but maybe too smart for their own good franchises. The artificial inhibitor franchises where they can't go beyond a certain number, but they are still good somehow and like consistently good. They have, the pitching factory, more or less, the pitching lab where they turn out all of these guys who you don't expect them to be as good as they are, but then they are. Generally liked ballparks, generally accepted contenders within the central divisions. Guardians and Brewers.
Yeah. Efficiency machines.
Yeah.
Right? Like they
cool owners too.
Cool owners. I'm a big Dolan head. I know you're not Tanasio head.
Yep.
Even Twin Flames have to differ sometimes. Like you and
the funny part about that joke that you just did is that it's actually the opposite, and that you're the big Atanasio head, and I'm the big Dolan head.
Yeah. Anytime Atanasio gives like a Bloomberg interview, I'm like, let's go. I am seated.
Dude, do we already have a Forbes account? Because I signed up for a Forbes account recently. But did we already pay for one? Did we already pay for one?
No.
Oh, okay. You just steal it?
What do you mean steal it? Yeah, it's on the internet.
But you just get around the paywall?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Well, I paid for it. So if you want to log
in. Oh my God, you paid for Forbes?
Yeah, dude.
This means I can pay for Sportico and Sports Business Journal now,
well,
right?
Forbes is like $8 a month and Sportico is like $5,000 a year.
So, I mean, do you want to be right? You want to be sourced up?
Do I want to be right? No, I want to be funny.
Yeah, exactly.
That's more important than
and that's what
right.
we're doing right here. Yeah, I mean, analytics, acolytes.
Yeah.
Cutting
edge.
Cutting edge.
Yeah.
Still sitting in sort of the middle of the pack generally, right? Like very comfortable sitting in the middle to honestly the lower third of the league in terms of spending.
The Guardians are like second to last.
Yes, literally, yeah. While still, quote unquote, overperforming in that regard.
All right, Rockies. Boy, I don't know. I got nothing for them. I got nothing. Does anyone spring to mind when I say Rockies? They feel like the team that's like destined to be an old spinster. They don't have a soulmate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Showing a little collarbone.
Who could who could possibly meet them where they are? It feels like they should hang and wait for an expansion franchise.
Right. The Rockies are telling you it's okay to be single, right?
Yeah.
It's okay to explore yourself.
I just couldn't think of who would go with the Rockies. They're so uniquely Rockies.
Yeah. There is a case for the White Sox, I think.
Okay. Make it.
I mean,
you're like, I don't know what the case is.
I don't know what I'm just saying. It's out there. If someone else wants to make it. No, two ownership groups who are actively hostile towards winning baseball games. Who
I don't get that from the Rockies. It's not that they're actively hostile about winning baseball games. It's like they don't even know that that's one of the goals that you could have as a baseball team.
They're like, you guys were keeping score? Yeah, I thought this was a pickup game. I agree with you in that the White Sox seem like they know what they have to do and just don't have the will to do it.
Relatable. Do you remember when the Rockies traded Nolan Arenado but still paid a lot of his contract? Like, why did they do that?
No idea.
And they didn't get anything back.
No.
Do you remember when they signed Chris Bryant for $250 million?
Nope.
He's still on the team.
If you say so. We'll be able to find out ourselves in a couple weeks. I don't think
he's playing. I don't think he's played since like 2023.
We're going to go to Coors Field and we're going to find Chris Bryant. That is our promise to you.
Chris,
let him out.
Show him to me.
All right. So are we leaving Rockies open then? Maybe Rockies are just.
Yeah. Currently, I'm leaning Rockies, White Sox, Diamondbacks, Reds, but I'm not positive about those.
That's what I have penciled in, but we're keeping it open.
You love to pencil.
I love to pencil.
You're a big penciler.
Oh my God.
What about the Tigers? I got nothing for the Tigers. I had nothing for the Tigers, Astros, or Royals, the next three teams.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The Astros, again, they feel a little bit sui generis also. I don't know that any team has been like them.
Yeah, I mean, for a while there, I would have said the Cubs, honestly. But
Yeah, maybe, but they did it in such different ways. Their
Yeah,
vibe,
I know.
their spirit was so different.
yeah.
Maybe the Astros and the Orioles because of the Mike Elias connection.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad though. The Orioles
That is
just feel like
really-
the watered down Astros.
Tough scenes for them.
The Tigers, what's going on? What's going on with the Tigers?
Just generally.
Yeah, literally, yes. Like, to me, they are the biggest afterthought franchise in baseball at the moment. I think about them. I never think about them. Never.
Right. Outside of 20-minute instant reaction episodes, we are contractually forced to do. Yeah. Okay.
They have a lot of players, and I'm just like, I guess that's a replacement level player, both literally and figuratively.
Okay. How about this? Washington Nationals.
And the Tigers, that's pretty good.
Assets inherited from parents that the kids clearly have no fucking clue what to do with them other than just let them
Nats have
appreciate
interesting
and value.
players.
Sure, I guess, yeah. But they still feel a little rudderless to me at times.
I think that the Nats, they have for the last few years, but I think that currently I see the chart. I see the path out for
Yeah.
the Nats.
You see the vision?
Yeah. I mean, CJ Abrams, James Wood,
Yeah.
find literally any pitcher.
Oh.
Just find any pitcher that's not, a born again Christian. Stop going back to that well.
Okay, so you think the Nationals almost have too much direction.
Low key.
Some direction known.
Yeah. Although I get what you mean in terms of you're just like anybody could be playing on that team.
Yeah.
That could just be anybody in that uniform.
Well, and frankly, you can swap in any owner, any average billionaire, and be like, yeah, if they owned
totally.
I probably would take
replacement
that.
level ownership groups for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly above replacement level ownership groups for each of them,
Mm-hmm.
just because of how bad the ownership situation has gotten in Major League Baseball. But yeah, the young Illich
Yeah.
and the young Lerner,
Yeah.
no identity to those franchises.
Just, yeah, no, they're there.
But the difference though, so the Tigers and the Nats, the Tigers are like, this is a team with steeped in history.
Mhm.
I mean, over 100 years, and even in this century, the Scherzer and Verlander teams are iconic. Well, the Scherzer connection,
Yeah.
the Scherzer and Verlander teams are iconic. Miguel Cabrera.
Yep.
Like, I don't know, but right now, the current iteration of the Tigers just leaves me incredibly cold.
Yeah.
I feel nothing when I see any of them play.
Mhm.
When I
Come
was
on,
like,
Riley Green doesn't make you feel something.
no. When I was watching the playoff series last year between the Guardians and the Tigers, I'm like, this is infinitely more interesting if the Guardians in advance.
Yeah.
They have an identity. Their identity is like, we spend nothing
Mhm.
and we try to wring everything out of this.
Yeah.
The Tigers are like, we are not that smart, and also sometimes we give Javi Baez $200 million.
I was
and
just
also
about to
other
say,
times
they're sort of like if Javi Baez was an organization unto himself.
but not that cool. I realize I'm going really hard on the Tigers right now. I'm sorry to any of our Tigers fans listening, but can you explain to
Maybe
me
you shouldn't have traded your Cy Young
what's
Award
been
winning pitcher.
happening with your team for the last 10 years?
All right, so do you want to keep the Tigers open then?
I guess. I don't know.
Maybe they're what, Tigers and Rockies? That feels honestly cruel to the Tigers.
I think it feels cruel to the Rockies.
God. Maybe they are then for each other. Oh God.
I don't know. Let's not set it in stone.
Okay.
Do you feel what does it inspire within you when I say Astros and Orioles?
As twin flames together.
Yes. If Adley Rutschman and Gunnar Henderson's all right, but if Adley Rutschman and the little boy Holiday and a couple of these other players didn't suck,
Mm-hmm.
it would feel a lot like that Astros core.
Yes,
and
I
it
do
took
agree
the
with that.
Astros a while to start spending money and building around the rest of the team.
Mhm.
Like, there's something that feels connected to them, but the Astros have this twinge of evil that I don't think the Orioles really have. I think the Orioles are just like bunch of nice fans.
Yeah,
really great ballpark, good
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
Although the use of orange between these two franchises.
I mean, it does. The Orioles feel like the Astros if the Astros were like bad. If the Astros couldn't win, right? Couldn't do anything with what they've done.
I think the Astros are going to win the AL West again this year. They're like back to being in first. They're like 2 games over 500.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that. Right. The Orioles are the Astros the Astros are the Orioles if the plan worked.
Yeah.
So I do kind of see it. I do think
literally the same plan run by the same guy.
Yeah. I mean, I do think that the Astros, part of them feeling evil is related to them
winning,
seeing a measure of success and sort of the fallout as a result of that.
Yeah. The Orioles should cheat.
I mean,
this is good stuff we're doing here. This is a good pod.
This is a good pod.
I wasn't sure heading into it if this concept was going to hold water, but I think it is so far. All right, let's pencil in. Well, you got your pencil out over there.
Yep.
Because I only have a pen.
It's my number 2.
I haven't written in a pencil in years.
Yeah.
Let's pencil in the Astros and the Orioles, similar to how we've penciled the Diamondbacks and the Reds and the White Sox and the Rockies. We'll see how that feels at the end. Royals. Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't even know who I have left. I got no one for them. I guess they could be with the Tigers then. These are the last 2 left with no dancing partner.
We're just like putting all the AL Central teams together. We're like, yeah, you guys are mostly the same.
I didn't want to do that.
I know.
And even I tried to not just do AL and NL because the exercise was not pair your AL team with the most likely NL team either.
No. I don't. They're too small potatoes to be compared with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, I got someone for the Blue Jays.
Yeah. They're not well capitalized enough to be with the Padres.
Correct. They play in the same division, but are not similar vibe-wise to the Twins.
Yeah.
Mariners? Royals and Mariners? That doesn't spark anything. That fire's not lit when I say that.
Powder blue. The Mariners don't even really. Oh, I guess they do have powder blues.
All right, let's skip them for a minute.
Okay,
let's skip them for a minute. Angels and Mets, we already did them. The Dodgers. There's only one answer for this.
The Yankees.
Correct.
Yeah. Obviously. This feels like it needs no explanation.
They've matched up in the World Series against each other 12 times.
Jesus.
They just keep coming back to each other. The Dodgers had to leave for LA because they couldn't be that close because of how dangerous that love is.
Yeah.
The color schemes feel very classic and complementary of each other. There's just something so timeless. You could maybe even say stuffy about each of these franchises if you were to look at it negatively. It's up to you.
Yeah.
It's about your perspective. But these, I mean, come on. The Dodgers have effectively basically recreated the Yankees.
Yes.
This is like when 2 people have been together for a really long time and they start to look the same. That's what's happened.
Does that happen?
You never heard about that?
When people are around each other, they start to look the same?
Like when couples have been together for a really long time, they start like mirroring each other. They start dressing the same, using the same mannerisms. You know, this is the Yankees and the Dodgers to me.
I thought you were telling me that I'm gonna start to get some long hair swoops and like need to wear glasses in a little bit.
I hope for your sake you don't have to start wearing glasses because you've been spending time with me.
Capital. They are the capital in the league. I mean, the Dodgers are running the playbook that old George ran, for decades, honestly. And I think maybe the Yankees
they're having an identity crisis.
Pulled back from that a little bit, right? I don't think you could look at them and say
they're the partner in the relationship that's like, who am I in this relationship now?
Right. They're like,
my partner likes all the things that I like.
Yeah.
What do I like?
Right. We grew together, but then the Dodgers kept growing and the Yankees sort of didn't really.
The Yankees need to like take a ballet class, They need to find a new hobby.
You need to find a hobby. Exactly. Get out of your space a little bit, go do something on your own, then come back to the relationship and you'll be even stronger. That's it.
The Yankees got to get into like bar trivia, like the Yankees. The Yankees should learn how to cycle.
Yeah, learn an instrument,
Oh, okay. What instrument? Flute, probably, right?
Why? Because of the whistle?
No. Just because everybody wants to learn like the guitar and the ukulele. Like someone's got to play the fucking woodwinds.
I don't know that they don't really strike me as a
woodwinds.
As a woodwinds
franchise. Is the flute even in the woodwinds? Because there's no wood involved. Yankees clarinet era. Now I'm just saying stuff.
Harmonica?
Back to Bob. All right, Phillies. To me, their twin flame is the Blue Jays.
Okay, say more.
My evidence for this is the 1993 World Series.
Mm-hmm.
These are big markets that aren't always talked about as being big markets, but they do flex their financial might regularly.
Mm-hmm.
They both have iconic powder blue uniforms that they have really leaned into in this century. So physically speaking, visually, aesthetically speaking, to me, they feel a little bit twinned. Underrated cities. Both of these cities have a smidge of a chip on their shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
People are always like Toronto, like not, pretty cool city. It's kind of like the New York of Canada. That's like kind of insulting to Toronto, one of the biggest cities internationally. And then the same thing goes for Philly, where it's like Philly, it's kind of like not that bad, you know?
Yeah.
You move down to Philly from New York, your life's gonna be all right. You're gonna be okay. And then Roy Halladay is the kind of spiritual connection between the two franchises.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What do you think? Were you thinking of someone else for the Phillies?
Well, I was thinking about the Blue Jays as well. I was sort of between two franchises, between them and the Padres, honestly. In terms of
the Phillies and the Padres.
In terms of these franchises,
fuck it, we spend.
Just fuck it, we spend.
Yeah.
Give me that fucking trophy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In the case of these two teams, as of late, it hasn't.
Should we pioneer a throuple in this?
Should
we include the Padres and what the Phillies and Blue Jays have going for them?
I kind of like that. It also
we can leave the Rockies out, or the Tigers.
Yeah, it does feel sort of like a east, west, north. God,
we are innovating in the podcasting space.
A literal love triangle.
I love this. I love this.
This is beautiful.
This
Beautifully
is great.
done.
Okay, sold. Oh man. Okay, the next.
Which one sits in the cuck chair is the real question.
Neither, dude. Neither. There's different ways to do this. Unless one really wants to sit in the cuck chair, in which case I support that too.
Yeah.
We're not here to shame.
I think it's the Padres.
You think the Padres are getting cucked between the Jays, the Phillies, and the Padres? Now that I say it, I think you're right.
Yeah. Okay, what's next? So we need to move on from this conversation before I say anything else.
I think we need to go further into this conversation, and I do want to hear what you have to say. Okay, well, the Pirates are next. So we already paired them with the Marlins tentatively. Then the Padres, they're in the cuck chair over there.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants are the next team. I have paired, and potentially this might be controversial.
Okay.
People might get mad about this, but hey, listen. You know what I am? Truth teller. Obviously.
You are a truth teller.
Obviously, truth teller. I've paired the Giants with the Cardinals.
Yeah. Oh, I like this.
My evidence for this is that they just had nonsensical 2000s and 2010s success. It's just inexplicable what happened.
Mm-hmm.
The devil magic undergirding their success in the first 2 decades of the 2000s cannot be explained by anything other than their twin flames for each other.
Yeah.
They both have put a pox on the New York Mets franchise. Both of them. 10 years apart from each other. The 2006 Cardinals in Game 7 with the Adam Wainwright curveball. The 2016 Giants with the Madison Bumgarner 10-inning complete game to eliminate the Mets. And then finally, like in terms of like baseball operations, they're classic franchises with iconic histories and long stretches of success. Iconic players have come through their franchise, Willie Mays, Bob Gibson, but they haven't really come all the way into the 21st century.
Yeah.
Neither of these teams have. They're run by like baseball lifers, baseball people. They make baseball decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And even when the Giants had a brief stretch where they were trying to become cutting edge analytical franchise, when they were run by Farhan Zaidi after he left the Dodgers and moved on to the Giants, and then they were managed by Gabe Kapler, it just didn't feel right. It just didn't work out. And now they've swung all the way back, and they're just being run by Buster Posey for some reason.
Yep. And a college baseball coach.
Exactly.
It's awesome. We could do an entire episode on the Giants 2026 season. It is so cool. It is, they don't make teams like this anymore.
Just a deep dive. Just the Giants deep dive episode.
Let's do it.
A team that's been eliminated for like a month.
Who says no?
All right. Not me. I like it. And certainly not our few Giants listeners in the audience who are like, someone needs to talk about this. Giants and Cardinals. You say what?
Yeah, I like this one. I think in my mind, ontologically evil for a really long time.
Correct.
Just don't have the juice anymore.
Yeah. Empire's past their prime.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
Just
And
trying
that
to hang
and that
on
happens
tight.
sometimes.
And
You know,
it
it
does happen
it happens.
sometimes.
But
I wouldn't know anything about that living in the United States, but it does happen sometimes.
Cardinals a little bit like the United States of Major League Baseball.
Dude, this is what I was trying to say on the audit when I was like, the Cardinals are sort of like the median American franchise.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we are baseball.
Yeah.
And Bill DeWitt is sort of like a shadow commissioner because of it. Like,
Yeah.
all roads lead through St. Louis when it comes to the baseball world.
Yeah.
The arch, you know?
The
Come
arch, that's correct. I mean, how the arch?
That's
how
why
can
they
you-
built
yeah.
the arch, because it's like, you know, you're going through
It's
the
the
rest of
gateway.
America. It's
Yeah, I
the
know.
gateway. It's
Yeah.
the gateway arch.
Mhm.
I feel like we're uncovering some things on this episode.
Think so too.
It's been
yeah.
right there in front of us this whole time. Nobody was willing to look.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it is interesting you put it, because it does feel like the Giants went through a period of trying to modernize.
And they were like, no.
And then they were like, maybe this isn't us, right? The sort of the Gabe Kapler era, right? When it was like the Giants are fun and weird,
Yeah.
and we're progressive, like, you know, forward thinking, analytically. And I mean, part of it. And then they were like, never mind. They're like, actually, Bible verse on the hat.
It's funny even too, because it feels like the Cardinals are going through that right now with Chaim Bloom.
Yeah.
This is their Farhan Zaidi moment. And they're going to realize the same thing, that the only way for the Cardinals to be good is to be evil and regressive, just like the Giants.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, great. The next team that we have here is the Mariners. They don't have a partner to dance with.
Yeah.
And the only person left for them, as I look here, the rest of the teams, the only person left for them is the Orioles, potentially. Well, who did we pencil the Orioles
we
in?
penciled the Orioles in with the Astros. So I think
Okay.
right now.
So it's the Twins then. The Twins are the only franchise.
Oh, the Twin, but the Royals as well, right? We didn't pair with anyone.
Okay.
I'm
Who's
like
left on
trying
the
to. I'm
table?
trying to keep notes.
Who's left on the table? The Mariners are left on the table.
Yep.
Technically the Tigers, though we said that they're probably going to go solo.
Mm-hmm.
The Royals, the Twins, and that's it, right?
I think so. Wait, can we run through the pairings that we've made, whether penciled in or locked in?
Yes. Diamondbacks and Reds.
Okay, great.
A's and Rays.
Yes.
Braves and Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
Orioles and Astros.
Mm-hmm.
Red Sox and Cubs.
Mhm.
White Sox. Who did we put them with?
We penciled them in with the Rockies.
Okay. White Sox and Rockies. Guardians and Brewers.
Brewers, yep.
Tigers alone. The Royals are naked. They don't have anybody. The Royals are solo.
Correct.
Angels and Mets. Dodgers and Yankees.
That's what I didn't write down.
Marlins and Pirates. Twins don't have a team. Phillies, Padres, Blue Jays. Threesome. Thruple. Giants and Cardinals. Mariners don't have a team. And the Nationals don't have a team.
Oh, the Nationals, right. Okay, so we have 5 left to place.
How does that make sense?
Well, because we have a thruple.
But, okay, so we have 5 including the Tigers.
Yes, including the Tigers.
All
Yes,
right.
yeah.
This math is not fucking
This is-
working out here, dude.
Somehow there's 37 Major League Baseball teams by the time we do this
We
exercise.
came here to solve the twin flames, and what we discovered is that we just undid 2,000 years of algebra.
All right. Mariners, Twins, Royals, Tigers, Nationals.
Mariners, Twins.
We think that the Tigers
Royals, Tigers, Nationals.
the Tigers are free soloing it, right? They're climbing that mountain of baseball, all by themselves.
Crazy documentary, that.
Wild documentary. Yeah.
Okay. That means the Mariners have to go with either the Twins the Nats or the Royals. Mariners and Twins. Mariners and Nats. Mariners and Royals. None of those feel good. See, I think there was a world in which vibe-wise, the Mariners really matched with the Padres.
Mm-hmm.
Like weird kind of not like 90s nostalgia core franchises where like they had a really cool era in the 90s and they've been coasting off of that for a minute.
Yeah.
But they've really diverged a lot in the mid 2010s. But you know, both of them have like hyperactive presidents of baseball operation, but they run the team so differently. And I think the vibe of each team is very different, and what they're good at is very different. Like the Padres don't develop players that make it to the majors, and the Mariners only develop players that make it to the majors. So I don't think that they really work that well, which is why I'm fine leaving the Padres in the throuple. But I feel like sort of alienated the Mariners then.
Yeah,
they're almost like too cool to be with any of these teams.
I know. I mean, I'm out of the rest of them, I'm drawn the most towards the Royals, in part because I think they have had a limited measure of success. There's some shared color schemes. Honestly, part of it is also I think that the Twins and Nationals kind of fit well together.
I think you're right. I actually think that's right. I think the Twins and Nationals do go together. But I gotta say, Mariners and Royals is not inspiring me.
It's not the most inspiring.
Should we throw the Tigers in there just to spice things up?
Well,
two thruples.
Good God, 2026, man.
God, everybody's non-monogamous, even Major League Baseball.
Twins and Nationals, both with like $500 million in debt at varying points within the last couple of years.
So true. Yeah.
And tried to sell the team to get out from under it.
Both with like really, really old, like kind of center right to center left, depending on which family member you're looking at, ownership groups.
Yeah.
They have had player development success stories. They have seemed fun and interesting around, especially like right pre-2020. The Nats obviously won the World Series in 2019, but that was also like 17, 18, 19 was when the Twins had all of those like high octane offenses where they were setting the MLB record for home runs in a season. Yeah, that feels good. That feels right.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Twins and Nationals, Twin Flames.
So yeah, Mariners either go with the Tigers and they leave the Royals solo, or they go with both, or the Mariners can stay solo and the Tigers could go with the Royals. I don't hate that.
Mariners, Tigers?
No, Tigers, Royals.
Oh.
And Mariners solo.
Feels like how Jerry DePoto would want it anyway.
He's all by his lonesome.
You know, it's just him rocking it out
They're
there.
staying single for the inevitable Mexico City franchise, which I do feel like it's going to be their equal. They both have to fly all the time. You're like, why are they so far away?
Right. I mean, the Mariners are literally sequestered up there in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay, so we should leave the Mariners single.
Yeah.
They would love that too. The Mariners fans listening to this are like, yeah, we are too weird to be with somebody else.
Oh my God, what a drive-by on Mariners fans.
No, I love the Mariners fans. I'm going to tell Matthew Robertson about this. He's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
He's going to be pissed.
It's okay. You can balance it out.
He's a lover
by
boy
telling
too.
him I'm a 1975 fan now.
Okay, great. All right, sweet. That will actually work on him.
I know it will. Tigers and Royals, anything to say on them?
Not really.
Okay.
Nope. I mean, they are both like original MLB franchises too. Not Royals, not as far back as the Tigers, but they have the Royals had a long storied history in dating back into the middle of the 20th century.
Yeah.
Restoring baseball in the great city of Kansas City. Not that the Tigers ever moved, but talking about like the relevance to MLB history.
Yeah.
Kind of grasping at straws a little here.
Very good. Both
blue.
Both
they have some blue in there.
They both have some degree of blue in there. The Tiger is, you could argue, a member of the royal family of the jungle.
I like where you're going with that.
You know, I feel like yeah.
I don't even think you can argue that. You can't argue against that.
You can't argue.
That's a bulletproof fact. I bet listeners at home were screaming that.
They were like,
thank God they got
the Royals of the jungle.
Where does that leave the Lion?
Mm.
Sort of twin flame for the tiger.
Sort of-
in a
yeah,
way.
right? Yeah.
Is it weird to you that the Detroit Tigers are named the Tigers and the Detroit Lions are named the Lions? That's kind of like beef there between those. Same city. Come on.
So,
Bold.
but is that way? Because isn't the Royals mascot is a lion, right?
Wait, the Royals
Yeah.
mascot
Yes.
is a lion.
Is it not?
I think you're right.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Put that on the corkboard. Put that on the corkboard. Draw another line.
Slugger is a lion.
All right, it's sold.
It's so. Oh my
It's-
god.
It's
so easy.
Sign, seal, deliver, dude.
Oh my god.
So easy. Okay, can you run through the pairings one final time?
All right. Let's
and then
do
can
it.
we please end this episode?
This was great. Honestly,
Okay, great.
In a different era, this would have taken us twice as long. I think we availed ourselves here.
We are nothing if not efficient as podcasters.
Twin Flames.
We have a whole nother pod to record after.
We do 2026. D-backs and Reds, A's and Rays, Rangers and Braves, Red
Feel the
Sox,
best about
Cubs.
that one.
About Rangers, Braves.
Yeah.
I agree. Red Sox, Cubs, Pirates, Marlins, Guardians and the Brewers, the Rockies and the White Sox, the Angels and the Mets. Ouch. That one I think hurts the most.
For a second, I started to think about, should I reorder this and put the Mets and the Phillies together because they feel like two sides of the same coin, but I think they're more like star-crossed lovers too.
I think so too.
Great.
Yes, yeah. Astros, Orioles, Dodgers, Yankees,
And then I couldn't have made my Billy Epler joke.
which is the reason for the episode.
Literally,
honestly.
I did this whole thing just to make a Billy Epler joke.
And what it was a good joke too. Phillies,
dog,
Phillies,
dog.
Blue Jays,
Wrongly
Padres in the thruple.
Yes.
Giants, Cardinals, Twins and Nationals, Tigers and
right.
Royals, and Mariners dancing on their own.
Great pod.
Great pod.
Thanks for entertaining
Incredible
this idea.
work. I think each one of these is unassailable.
I think I agree. Thank you for listening at home. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed last week's Sipping Pitches 2.0. I
hope you
also
enjoyed the episode that came out yesterday. I hope you enjoy the one that's going to... Oh, no. Actually, this one's coming out in a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
You can't even keep the
Jesus
timeline straight, dude. This is like Marvel Cinematic Universe, dude.
Oh, God.
I'm going to give one final reminder. I know I said this at the top, but you have until the end of today to sign up for Patreon at any paid level and have the Sipping Pitches zine mailed to you. We still have some left over. I'm saying this from the past, so if that's not true anymore, I will have purchased more. So if you sign up by August 10th, that is the deadline. You will get this companion zine mailed to you. It is very special to me and to hundreds and hundreds of Tipping Pitches listeners who have received it in the mail. You know how good it feels to receive mail that's not spam these days?
Literally.
Come on.
It feels so good.
It's a piece of art.
Mhm.
It's a piece of art.
It
Sign
actually
up.
does. Josie did an amazing job on this. It looks so good. You will want to sign up for the Patreon purely for this.
You have to the end of today to do that. Thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. Next week on the show, we're doing a quarterly labor review where we're talking to some friends of the show about what the hell is going on in Major League Baseball's collective bargaining agreement negotiations. We'll see you then.
Hello, everybody. I'm Alex Rodriguez. Tipping Pitches.
Tipping pitches.
This is the one that I love the most.
Tipping pitches.
So we'll see you next week. See ya!